Dear students, peace be upon you. Welcome to the English department. In this lecture, we are going to explain the government inspector. In front of you are going to find that I made a plot summary for the three acts. Let's see act number 1, and we explained before. But we said that in act number 1, the mayor received a letter from his godson, and he informed him that the government inspector would come to the district. It was a far district in Russia. And we said that, or we informed him that he had to take his precautions. We are going to find that the mayor ordered the officials for an urgent meeting. Then, he ordered them to take their precautions. We said that the corrupt official of the small Russian town, headed by the mayor, reacted with the terror to the news that the incognito inspector will come or will soon arrive in their town to investigate them. The flurry of activity to cover up their considerable misdeeds. We said that all of them were corrupted people or were corrupt officials. We are going to find that the mayor ordered all of them to take their precautions. We have the charity commissioner who was responsible for the hospital. We find that there was much corruption in the hospital, and we explained before. We are going to find that there were many patients. There were a lot of patients in the hospitals. Most of them were smoking filthy tobacco. We are going to find that there weren't records for them. We are going to find that they looked like chimney sweepers. And even the doctor didn't know any Russian words. That's why he couldn't communicate with them. Then we find that in the judge and the court, we're going to find that even the porter had geese in the court. And we said that, or the mayor told the judge that he had to take the scans. We said that the judge was fond of hunting. That's why he hung scans on the wall to dry. Then we find that there was much corruption in the post office. We said that when the mayor received the letter, he asked for a favor. He asked the postmaster to take precautions or to open the letter, and if he found any complaint, he had to keep them away. And we knew that the postmaster was a corrupted person also. He answered that he took it or made it for fun. He opened the letters just to know all around him. So, we are going to read it again. We said that the corrupt official of the small Russian town, headed by the mayor, reacted with terror to the news that the incognito inspector, he was going to come incognito. It means that he wasn't going to say that I'm the government inspector. So he will soon arrive in their town to investigate them. The flurry of activity to cover up their considerable misdeeds. It means that we said that they were all corrupted people. He is interrupted by the report that a suspicious person. We said that the government inspector will come, but anyone who was going to be a stranger for in this town, he was going to be the government inspector. And we said that we have two landlords or landowners who were Job and Bob, who went to the inn, and they found a strange person in the inn. And when they asked the innkeeper about the identity of that person, he told them that he was a clerk from Petersburg. He paid everything in credit. He said that he was a traveler. He told them that he was going to travel to his father's district in Saratov, but actually he stayed for 2 weeks. So they suspected him that he was the government inspector. We said that the government inspector, or the person who they thought that he was the government inspector, was called Helistikov. Having learned that Helistikov has been charged with a considerable hotel bill to the innkeeper, we said that he didn't pay the bill. That's why the mayor decided to go to the inn. The mayor and his dishonest companion are immediately certain that his upper-class fool is a dreaded inspector. They thought that he was a government inspector, but actually he wasn't the government inspector, he was a small clerk from Petersburg. For quite some time, however, Helis doesn't even realize that he has been mistaken for someone else. He didn't know that he was, or they thought that he was a government inspector, but actually he wasn't. For quite time, however, Helis doesn't even realize that he has been mistaken for someone else. Meanwhile, he enjoyed the official terrified respect and moves in as a guest in the mayor's house. When the mayor met the government inspector, Helis Karv, as we said that he thought that he was a government inspector, he invited him to stay in his house. Moreover, he paid him bribe, or gave him bribe. Okay, he gave him 400 rubles instead of 200. We said that Helis told him that he had to pay the bill, which was 200 rubles. But actually the mayor gave him 400 as a bribe. We said that Helis enjoys the official terrified respect and moves in as a guest in the mayor's house. He also demands and receives massive loans as bribes, okay? They thought that if they were going to give him bribes, he was going to write a positive report for them from the mayor and all of his colleagues. He also flatters boldly with the mayor's wife and daughter in front of the mayor's eyes, but of course the mayor didn't say or didn't utter a word. Sick and tired of the mayor's unreasonable demands for bribes, the village's Jewish and older believer merchants arrived. We said that the merchants arrived and they begged Helis, or the person who thought that he was a government inspector, they gave him bribes also, okay, just to save them from the mayor, to have him dismissed from his post. Stunned at the mayor's great corruption, Helis states that he deserves to be exalted and changed to the superior. Then, however, he poked still more loans from the merchants. He also asked for loans from the merchants, okay, promising to complete with their requests. Terrified that he is now ruined, and the mayor begs Helis not to have him arrested, only to learn that the lawyer has become engaged to his daughter. Also, the government inspector, Helis, asked the mayor to engage his daughter. At which point Helis announced that he is returning to St. Petersburg, having been persuaded by his servant Yusuf. He said that Yusuf knew that the people in this town knew that the government inspector was Helis. That's why he warned him that he had to leave the town immediately. That it's too dangerous to continue the pretense any longer. After Helis and Yusuf depart on the coach driven by the village fastest horses, we said that he took bribes or loans from the merchants, from the mayor, from the officials, and then he took everything and left the town. The mayor's friends all arrived to congratulate him because they knew that the government inspector Helis was going to be his daughter's husband. Certain that he now had the upper hand, he summoned the merchants, posting of his daughter engagement and vowing that they squeeze them for every copy they are worth, and he asked them to give him presents. However, the postmaster suddenly arrives carrying a letter. We said that the mayor asked for a favor, okay? He asked the postmaster to open the letter. And by chance, Helis sent a letter to his friend in Petersburg, and he told him that the people in this town were idiots and they thought that he was a government inspector. By chance, the postmaster opened the letter, and he found the real identity of Helis. And he found that he wasn't the government inspector. When Helis traveled, or he left the town, the postmaster came and he told the people in the mayor's house that Helis wasn't the government inspector. He opened the letter, he unsealed means that to open the letter, and heard which revealed the the real identity of Helistigar, which reveals Helist's true identity and his mocking opinion of them all. We said that Helist said that all the people in this district were idiots. The mayor, after years of cheating governments and shaking down criminals of every description, is enraged to have been thus humiliated. He screamed at his companions, stating that they not himself are to blame. While they continue arguing, a message arrives. We said that a messenger came and he announced that the real government inspector will come. Okay, he came to the town and he wanted all the officials for an urgent meeting. So a message arrived from the real government inspector, who is demanding to see the mayor immediately. And this is the end of the government inspector. Thank you.